to Creechman's Corner, episode number 10. Sure enjoying this. I know, get a life, need to do some other things, and I am. I try to mix it up. But what I wanted to discuss this morning was what it's like to be a morning person. See, I've been up, what time is it now? It's 7:13 a.m. Central. Now, most of you probably have been up 45 minutes or so. Well, I've been up, 3 hours. There are certain advantages and disadvantages to being a morning person. The biggest advantage is you don't have to walk around saying, "I'm not a morning person." Actually, it's a badge of honor to not be a morning person. That means that you're actually in step with the rest of the human race. But for you to be normal requires other people to live and exist outside the boundaries of normalcy. Therefore, it's my duty and obligation to be one of those. But really, you can get the traffic report at 5 a.m. Guess what? There's no traffic. You can get the weather report endlessly repeating it. It hardly ever changes either, from 5 to 6. So that's good. You can walk outside and walk across the street, probably not get hit by a car. These are all positive aspects of getting up early, of being a morning person. But I have to confess, when I was 15, 16, that naive adolescent stage, I'm surprised I lived through it because my dad had this foolish, unreasonable expectation that his teenage son would mow the lawn on Saturday morning sometime before noon. This was a problem for me because I would sleep in till 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, sometimes later than that. It was inexplicable, really. Now I can't even think about doing that. But at the time, and you parents, please remember what it's like to be, a teenager needing your sleep. Now you're probably wondering when this all happened to me. When I changed from a normal person into a morning person. If I had to pin it down, it would have to be Connie Chung, NBC News This Morning at 6 o'clock in the 80s. That was like a new deal for the network. Let's put this attractive anchor woman on at 6 o'clock and see who shows up. Well, I did. And I thought, wow, look, the sun's not up. Connie Chung is up. I can hear the news. What's wrong with this? The only problem with being a morning person is probably around 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when the 5-hour energy commercial hits you, right? Do I have one of those? So much for props. Anyway, for me, if you throw anything at me at 2:45, 3 p.m., forget it. I'll write it down, get to it the next morning when you're sleeping. That's how I work. That's how I function. Also, if you're one of these people that actually stays up at night and watches Letterman, or what's after him? There's somebody out there, 11:30, 12:30. If you're not DVRing it, if you're actually watching that, there's no way you're a morning person unless you're a zombie. So in conclusion, I think I just have to say that being a morning person is alright, and not being a morning person is alright too. The world is big enough for all of us to live together